Welcome to another episode, everyone. Charleston White exposed. Charleston White believes that he has an airtight alibi. We have receipts. We have proof that he is playing in our faces. Charleston White says that he was locked up between the ages of 14 and 21 years old, and that his 11-year-old cousin, 11 years old at the time, must be fibbing, must be mendacious, must not be forthright and truthful, that she is lying because he was locked up until he was 21. The cousin did say that he was 19 or 20. She wasn't sure. She said 19. Go about to play that for you. She said those two. She said 19 or 20. So first of all, if she was off, it could have been by a month. If you saying that you were 21 and she said 20, you could have been 20 years old and 11 months. You had 1 month, 20 years old, 11 months and 29 days. You had 1 day before you were 21. She was off by 1 day. Knock it off. First of all, that's not an alibi. That's not an airtight alibi. Yes, I'm on his head. We're calling raccoons out like my boy Introvert Rockstar said in 2026. Hell, I've been calling them out all of my life. We're sick of them. We're on to something else. We're sick of all of this nonsense in this country. And some people are going to be left behind. Charleston White would be one for being a raccoon, walking around with that watermelon felon shirt on, for one. And for two, if these allegations against him, and these are heinous and sick allegations, if they are true, he needs to be castrated. I have sisters. I have a mother. She's no longer with us, but I have one. So no, let's get into Charleston White first of all, and his alibi, his excuse, or his defense as to why he could not have done it. He could not have done what his cousin is accusing him of. And again, his cousin has made allegations on more than one occasion that Charleston White, when she was 11 years old, came into the bathroom when she was in there in her birthday suit in the bathtub, or so I believe she was in the bathtub, and he fondled her and said that it's okay and this and that. Charleston White himself admitted in the video that I covered the other day that he has taken it before. He said those words more than once, that he has taken it before and that it's okay. He said that. So I can call him a PDF. He himself said it. At least a rapist. He himself said that he was.
I was in the boys' home. (1991 to 1998), 14 to 21. How? I didn't get out.
Actually, that's not true, because we're about to show that he got out when he was 20 years old of the boys' home, not 21. He was 20. Yeah, that is a big difference. Particularly a big difference because the cousin said, as you're about to see, that he was 19 or 20 when it happened. And his whole defense is that he was 21 when he got out of the boys' home. So it couldn't have been him. He couldn't have did it. She's lying. That was his only defense. First of all, that doesn't mean she's lying. That can just be a mistake. Or she just not recall exactly the time frame. This happens all of the time with people who survive this sort of stuff. That's not a defense. But that's not even the case. He got out when he was 20 years old.
I was boys home till I was 21, till I was grown. That's all I want to know. 14 to 21. Documentation record sealed at the age of 21. That's why when you pull my record, there's no history of a murder. 14 to 21, I was locked up for murder in the boys' home. Texas Youth Commission, getting state home and school.
Okay, that's what you say, Charleston. So that's Charleston there, as we can see, saying that he was locked up from 14 to 21 years old. So it couldn't have been him. How could I have done this? After he called her some choice names, his own cousin right here. How could I have done this if I was locked up from 1991 to 1998, 14 years old to 21 years old. Again, she says here clearly that he was 19 to 20 years old. So first of all, she's right there in the age group. If he was 20, or she said 20 and he was 21, that's not a big difference. That doesn't exonerate you because she was off by a couple of months or so. If she was off, first of all, that's not a defense. That's not an exoneration. Let's get that clear. But she says 19 to 20, and then we're about to see that he, in fact, got out when he was 20. He keeps saying he got out when he was 21. You may say, oh, man, that's stretching it, that's pulling. Okay, he said 21, he got out when he was 20. Well, no, because the whole point is he's saying that her story is invalid because her numbers are off. Because she said 19 to 20. And his whole defense is, how could I have done it? And I got out when I was 21. He's harping on that bit of a difference. So that's his whole defense, is that bit of a time difference. So that time difference is monumentally important. When she says 19 to 20 years old, and then we come to find out that he got out when he was 20 years old and not 21 years old. Listen to her.
If I was that young, that means Charleston was 19, right? 19, 20.
See, Charles.
1920. This is OG Murder right here. This is not his channel. This is the JD Report's channel right here. Shout out to the JD Report. Look, I think he just got started. Okay, but now, so let's show that Charleston White actually got out when he was 20 and not 21.
Oh, Charleston White actually got out when he was 20 years old, before his 21st birthday.
How much time did Charleston White do? Charleston White served 6.5 years in a Texas juvenile facility. He was sentenced to 12 years under Texas juvenile determined sentencing laws for his involvement in the murder at age 14. He served his sentence at the Giddings State School, part of the Texas Youth Commission, from 1991 until he was released just before his 21st birthday. Now, what does all this mean, y'all might ask? First of all, he keeps saying he was in jail from 91 to 98. Right. That's 7 years. Charleston, you only did 6.5 years, right? Now, if you notice the part I had highlighted right there, it said he served his sentence at the Giddings State School, part of the Texas Youth Commission.
The math is officially mathy, and it does
it's
not
math and JD.
White.
This is JD, the JD Report right there. Go check him out. The other guy was OG Murder, the clip that he was playing. OG Murder reactions or something like that. OG Murder covered him the other day. Shout out to those two brothers. They're on the case. And the other dude that said Charleston was 20 is a house of hypocrites. They're on the case. They're exposing Charleston. And so as we can see, let me know what you think in the comments. Just bringing it to you. We're just keeping up to date with the situation because this woman has made some very serious allegations, some very strong allegations. I'm not going to just let that go in the community. Someone saying that this happened to her. No. Everyone needs to be held accountable for their actions at some point. I don't know if it's true or not, but we're finding out. Charleston denies it after he admitted to taking this sort of stuff before. He said that he's done this before. I played that for you. He said that he did it, that he took it. He didn't say from his cousin, but he said he's taken it before. He said this more than once. He's taken it more than once. We have other individuals exposing Charleston White, and they have receipts about some of his dastardly deeds back in the day. Yeah, but at any rate, perhaps I'll get into some of that. But at any rate, let me know what you think in the comments. Charleston says it couldn't have been me. How? How could I have done it? Locked up from 14 to 21, 1991, 1998. That's all he kept saying. That's his whole defense, is that he was 21 and that she said he was 19 or 20. Couldn't have been me. Man, knock it off. Yeah, it could have. And come to find out, you got out before you were 21. You got out when you were 20. So she wasn't off at all. She said 19 to 20, and you got out when you were 20. You said you got out when you were 21. We got proof right there, got receipts that you got out when you were 20. Why would you lie about that when she said that you were 19 to 20? We're going to stay on top of it and expose these raccoons and these PDF files. Eliminate them. Get them out of the community. Go over there where you think you're loved and wanted at. Go over there to the people's asses who you lick all damn day. Get away from us, home boy. Stay safe and stay free, people.